Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. Just in case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we're doing a full body flexibility practice. So I'm going to use 2 blocks to lay on today. You can definitely have a pillow or something softer, but find some space to move and let's get started. So we will begin today laying down. And if you want to lay on some blocks, I like to have one under my head, one underneath kind of my upper back. And it's just one of those days where it feels good to lay on something a little bit harder. Now, of course, you don't have to lay on anything at all. You can just lay flat. But just take your time. Make sure you feel supported, comfortable. Give your back a chance to arch a little bit if you're going to be laying on top of something. You can bring your arms out nice and wide to open up through your chest. Let your eyes close. And start to notice how you feel already. And notice if you need to move or adjust at all. You might keep your arms nice and wide. You might reach them above the head. And your legs, you could bring them to a diamond shape to get into your hips while we're here. Once you have decided where you want to be for these first few moments, let's take a slower breath in and feel the air expanding your body, your belly, your chest. And let that breath go. You can take another slow breath in and out. Do that one more time. Just a deeper breath in. Just so you can let it all go. And we'll just take a few moments here to let go of the day. Start to relax. Just you and your breath. And setting everything else off to the side. We will be moving here shortly. But if you're laying on top of something, just kind of keep your upper body as it is, more or less. And we'll move our legs first. You might wiggle your toe. You can bring your knees together or plant your feet on the ground if they aren't already there. You might be moving your arms in a little bit closer to, if you're laying on top of something, we can sit up just enough to take those things out from under us, move them off to the side so that we can all be flat on our backs for a moment. You can hug your knees to your chest, or leave your feet on the ground, but maybe rock or sway side to side, massaging your back against the ground. And then you can lower your right foot down if it's lifted. We're going to come into figure 4. Left foot on top of that right quad. Your right foot can stay down the whole time, or you can lift it. You can hug your legs towards your chest, stretching that left glute and hip. Just one more breath on this side. If you did lift your right foot up, you might be bringing it down. Plant the left one and switch sides. Your right foot finding its way on top of the left quad. Maybe holding on to that left leg, hugging the legs a little bit closer to the chest if you want to take this deeper. But your left foot can definitely stay on the ground too. How does your right glute and hip feel today? Just another breath or two on this side. And then you can bring your feet back down or hug both of your knees to your chest again. Feel free to sway side to side a few times. But we will be making our way up to seated. So either rock yourself forwards or roll over to the side. But I want you just to come into a nice, comfortable seat where you can sit tall, long through your spine, relax your hands on your knees or in your lap, and we're just going to stretch our neck a little bit. Feel free to close your eyes and then let your chin tip down towards your collarbone. Let your head be heavy. Let your shoulders fall away from your ear. And then using an inhale, you can start to roll your head over towards your left shoulder. Take your time, go nice and slow. Pausing there, letting your head tip over and get a little bit heavier. Soften the forehead. Soften your jaw. Staying for another inhale. So that you can move your chin back down, roll your head back down as you exhale. Pause there for just a breath. And use an inhale as you roll your head to the other side. Take your time. Pause there. Let your head be heavy as it's leaning over. Maybe lengthen your spine a touch more too. And breathing softly. Stay for an inhale Use the exhale to bring the chin back down. Roll your head back down. Pause for just a breath or two. And then you can use an inhale to lift back up. If you want to take a shoulder roll, you can take a shoulder roll. But we're going to be moving to tabletop. So onto our hands and knees. You might give the hips a couple sway side to side once you get there. Then we're going to be moving our knees over to the left, dropping down onto the right hip. Then we'll bring our hands kind of in front of us a little bit more to try to level the shoulders, lift the chest for a little bit of a twist. Then you can stay here, or you can lower to your forearms. So our legs are still stacking. We're trying to keep those shoulders level. You can lay down completely on your chest. Or you could try to bring your left arm underneath to add a shoulder stretch here. If you did go as far as tucking your arm under your chest, lift up to take it out. Maybe find the forearms for a moment. If you're on your forearms, you can lift back up onto your hands. Push into your hands. Lift your chest a little more. Maybe even take a peek over towards the right side. And then plant your hands so much so that you can push into them and lift your hips up and come back to tabletop. Give the hips a little sway side to side just to shake it out. And then scooch the knees to the right. Bring the hips down onto that left side. Keeping the legs stacking. Pushing into the hands, lifting the chest, trying to level the shoulders with one another. You can kind of feel that twist through the belly, the core, the spine. But you can stay here for sure if you want to, or you can come down onto your forearms, still trying to level out the shoulders. And then you can stay here. If tucking your arm under your chest is not available, skip this part. But maybe you go there. Right arm tucking underneath. And if you did come as far as bringing that arm under the chest, lift up to your forearms again. Take a moment there. Then lift up onto the hands. If you're on your forearms, push into those fingertips maybe. Lift the chest a little bit more. Feel that twist again. And then planting the hands completely so that you can push yourself up to tabletop again. Give your hips a little sway. Shake it out. Awesome work, you guys. We're going to be sitting back on our heels. Now you can have your feet together, your knees together, and try to sit back all the way on the heels. We can lean back here as well. You can float your knees if you want to. Feeling the tops of the ankles, feeling the shins if you're lucky. You might be balancing here or have your hands on the ground behind you. Now you can keep the knees together. You can bring them back down though, and maybe bring them wide. So big toes together, knees wide. Trying to sit back on the heels, but maybe you're leaning forwards a bit, taking some weight into the hands. Maybe you're sitting tall, or again, maybe you're gonna lean back, keeping the knees wide and trying to float the knees again. But let them stay wide. Maybe a little different feeling on the ankles, on the shins. Maybe it feels pretty similar. But feel free to balance, hang out, or have your hands on the ground to support you. Just take another breath or so. If you do have the knees lifted, be nice and gentle as you lower them down. Plant your hands. Just come back to tabletop for a moment. If you are feeling your ankles, give them a nice little shake. And then you can sit down with your legs in front of you this time. You can start with a little hug or squeeze of the knees. We're going to be sending our left leg out long though, and our right foot to the inner thigh. So with an inhale, lengthen through your spine. You can point your toes up. Should you have a strap to use, you could also hook that on your foot. But you might stay seated tall. You might start to fold forwards, resting your hands wherever they fall. Maybe they hold on to your leg somehow or to your strap. Feel the hamstring, the calf. And then just an option if you feel a little bit adventurous with your arms, we can try to bring our right hand over top of our leg a little bit. Maybe it's on the outside of the shin. Maybe it's so far as the outer edge of the foot. So you'll feel a little pull, a little stretch through the arm perhaps. You can still be folding forwards here as much as you're able, but we might take the chest to the left a little, as well as that left hand. You could bring it behind you. You could be looking behind you. Nice work, you guys. Use an inhale to find your way back through center and all the way up to seated again. And you can bring your left leg in. Give those knees a hug or a squeeze. And we're just going to switch sides. So your right leg can go long. Left foot to the inner thigh. Point those toes up, lengthen your spine, take a nice inhale. Stay here if you want, use your strap if you've got one, and maybe you are folding forwards. You can have as much of a bend through that knee as feels good on the hamstring and on the knee. But if you did want to get a little creative with the arms here, maybe the left hand just tries to come to the outside of the leg a little bit, or maybe the foot, a little reach, a little stretch through that arm. Maybe you take your gaze to the right, your chest to the right a little, as well as your hand could come back behind you. Awesome work, you guys. Using an inhale to find your way back through center and all the way up so you're sitting tall again, and you can bring those knees back together. Give them a hug or a squeeze. And then we will lay down on our backs. You might keep hugging the knees to the chest. You might reach for your feet. Happy baby. You can sway side to side here if you want. Gentle press of your low back into the ground. And then eventually letting go of the feet if you have them. Bring the legs back together, your feet to the ground. You can send your legs out long and wide. Finding your way to Shavasana. It's a nice, comfortable place to spend as long as you have time for today. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, namaste.